Check Savoy and Weiss, your top three as we continue with the men's short program. On the ice, set to go, Tim Goebel, who won the title back in 2001. And as Christine said, he is very close to Angela Nikodinov. And this was earlier here at the Rose Garden as he made his way in, and obviously distraught about the loss of Angela Nikodinov's mother. And even throughout his warm-up, tears in his eyes.
A warm welcome now for Timothy Goebel.
And Dick, on top of the events this week here in Portland, Goebel, of course, also going through a lot in his life. In terms of the change of coaches, Frank Carroll basically firing Tim Goebel and the switch, the move across country, now working with Audrey Wisiger.
Well, you know, it's an incredible thing. I've said it before. I think that many times you have to also understand what it is you're doing and where you're going. And it's up to you to make those changes. Certain improvement, a better attempt to paying attention to his style and arm movements and the elegance of his line. Now I've got to tell you, that was a very, very well revolved jump. The first one, the second one did not become a triple as he had planned. Far better back sit spin than he's had in the past. And this sit spin, with the exception of a rounded shoulder, is very nicely centered.
Just an awful performance last year at Nationals. He was 10th in the short program, then withdrew. He had the boot problems, the injuries. He's had a back and neck injury this year, but all he's got to do is look to Johnny Weir in terms of making amends for a poor performance at Nationals. Weir hit the wall literally in Dallas, came back the next year to win.
Circular footwork, and look at how it moves and flows around the ring. Too many times circular footwork stops, or straight line steps just stop with the people attempting to make additional turns and moves.
Standing ovation from the crowd, as much an acknowledgement of the emotions that are going through Tim Goebel right now as an appreciation for the effort. Audrey Wisiger, his new coach, and a personally satisfying, no doubt, performance for Tim Goebel just to get through this here in the short program. Now, the very necessary quadruple toe right here was just as good as it can be. Wonderful edges and landing, but right there, he was low on the landing and did not get a triple toe out of it. But as he stepped into this triple axel, neat and clean, beautiful. Evan Lysacek, remember, he received a 6.0 for presentation. He's your current leader. It's time to relax for him right now. Will he be the leader after we hear these marks? It's a pretty darn good performance from Tim Goebel, and considering all he's been through, and especially the injuries this year, he has got to be satisfied with that. Andre Wiesiger. And now they see the marks for required elements. Those are high up to 5'9", Dick.
Well, they're very good marks because his spins were so wonderful, and so was the rest of the program. I mean, technically, it was a very much better program than we've seen him do in a long time.
And now the presentation marks, again, up to 5'9" for Goebel. So those certainly high enough to put him on top of the leaderboard right now. 8 of the 9 judges putting Tim Goebel into first place. 1 judge putting him behind Lysacek, but he is your new leader.